Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dunmer, Eternal Champion, former head of the Blades in Vardenfell, and indeed its factor, most loyal servant of the Emperor, Auditor of the Great Houses, Heir of Arain.
But that talisman seems rather stuck up to me.
I've always liked the oaken crozier. I don't know Telasma that well, though.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Presently in a rather crowded Mages Guild.
Well met. A magic item without a charge is like a sword without a blade.
That's depressing.
Fine.
Good day.
What do you have to offer?
Good that you want to get better. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
I think I've already, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've already taken care of most of what we can handle here.
I hope I can help. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
I'm pretty sure we've already dealt with this, but I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want to try and do any bound spells. Normally I just try and buy everything, but I don't quite have the money for it yet.
Good day. Pay attention, and you can learn.
Oh, that's a shame. I really would have wanted to get training in that.
You never know when you might need a good, strong potion. Best to stock up now while you can.
Yes.
Certainly. You never know when you might need a good, strong potion. No deal. You've made a good bit of gold. An excellent bargain.
I think I might want to hang on to the cure poison.
Another satisfied customer.
Now I will confess, my notes haven't been the most up-to-date, so let's take a quick minute here and see. I know we just finished the Mages Guild quest. We did the Fingers of the Mountain. Alright, let me just take a minute here. I'm going to write out some of my goals. So I think Anvil is the most likely. Say, Anvil's probably the most likely of these spots. I still need to do the Order of the Virtuous Blood in the Imperial City. Actually, that on my way back, it might make some sense to stop by. Alright, so for now, there might be some other things for me to do in the city here, but... Oh, that's right. The Suns.
I don't understand what Glistel is doing with Melinta's anchors. I mean, have you seen her? Have you seen him?
It's a fine.
I think the guards have been solved as well.
We're all talking about the Emperor's murder.
So, one confession I have is that I've really gotten into Oblivion. So, I've been kind of eager to get into recording the next episode, and one of the drawbacks is that when I try to debug some of the problems, it's I don't know, like I don't want to delay playing the game too much. But I think we got it taken care of. I'm sure there's a story here. Now before I visit the... Well, no, you know what? We'll help out. I did also want to see if I could talk to anybody in charge, because we may not be coming back here anytime soon. And I should also take a second to look at the map, just to see how likely I am to visit Anvil. Alright, so likely we're head back to the Imperial City. We want to go to Kvatch. Yeah, that's really not on our way. So I think Kvatch and Anvil will be my next stops.
Hi.
Hi, yourself.
Go ahead, please. Farewell.
Curious what this symbol means. Ah, stables.
Antis, calm down. We'll be leaving soon enough. I just can't wait. This is going to be the greatest fight ever! This is no joke, Antis, and it's nothing to be excited about. If you don't want to be doing this, then why are you even here? Father and I can handle this.
Wait a minute.
I'm here because
These textures seem really different from last time.
Father would feel the same way. Father's not scared. Don't you dare say that. You'll see when he gets here. I'll ask you, and then... You'll see.
Maybe it's just the light.
I'm afraid I have no time for small talk, friend. I'm waiting for my father, Valis Odil. Have you seen him in town by any chance? He's not coming with us? I think I understand, and it is better that he remains safe. I wonder why he has asked you to take his place. You would join us, though you have no personal stake in this fight? An honorable deed. I gladly accept your help, then. There's no point in waiting here any longer. Follow me.
Sorry, there's one thing I want to check out. I'm sorry to do this during the broadcast, but I'm a little worried that some of the... Oh, no, I can't do that. Yeah, I don't have anything that'll let me... Okay, you know what? I'll do it on my own time. What is this quest, by the way? Like I said, I've been really eager to do new episodes.
Valis, Odil is concerned about his sons who are going to fight creatures that have been appearing in the woods outside of Chorrol. After speaking with Valis, I've agreed to join them. When I'm prepared, I should make the way to Waynan Priory. I need to follow Antis and Ralis Odil to their farm.
We will spill their blood in the name of our father.
Just wish I had an example of what the faces looked like compared to what I'd encountered before. It could also just be because it's a cloudy day, all the lights look a little off. That's definitely still the way it was. This is, of course, the interesting thing about playing Oblivion this way, which is this is my first time to ever play the game, and so I don't have any other experience other than what I'm personally encountering right now. Actually, sorry, there is one more thing I'm gonna try. Nope, I still can't quit. I have reason to believe that there was a copyright issue that came up from the main title. That's why I'm waffling. Another difference is I've been playing this by candlelight, which is also kind of fun.
We've arrived at Odil Farm. I need to help Antis and Ralis Odil defeat the creatures that have been plaguing their home.
Filthy vermin. Stay focused. Watch your backs and be careful. Antis, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go! Defend yourselves. Here they come!
Sorry about your crops. I really don't want these sons to die. Oh, really?
Goblins have been defeated. I should return to Chorrol and tell Valis Odil that his sons are safe.
Oh, they came close though. I was a little worried about that. So the steel is definitely worth something, but I don't quite have the weight. There was a steel dagger here somewhere, though. Still 4, Jesus.
Let's go see my father, and let him know of our victory.
You know what? I'm gonna patch you up. And that adds something that healed someone else. Oh, well, never mind. Just as well they didn't die then. There is no way to gracefully go from always running to always walking. By the way, I know there is fast travel in this, but much like me in the real world, we're walking everywhere. One exception to that was Daggerfall, because it was not nearly as clear where you needed to go, and there wasn't quite the same virtue of... So, I'll be honest, this is really nice to just be able to walk around Cyrodiil and see the landscape. You know, being able to see those hills and all of the trees is actually really enjoyable, as is the music. That is sadly less true for Daggerfall.
For all his heroism at Pale Pass.
Don't know the rest.
An expert of hand-to-hand can perform a backwards power attack with a chance of knocking an opponent down.
Oh, hello. I grow weary of waiting. Where is my book?
I gave the book to Tegus.
What? You gave him the book? What were you thinking? And here I thought one of you guild mages might actually have a brain. All right, we can deal with this. You'll have to get it back, that's all. You're in the guild, aren't you? You should be able to walk right in, find it, and take it. And if you can't, then break in. I want that book. Bring it to me once you have it. I'll even still give you the reward I promised, despite your incompetence. Now go!
You're really selling me on that. Oh man, part 2. This is the thing I really hate about these. I'm not sure what the consequences for betraying that. I mean, I kind of want the money, but I'm slightly inclined to say no. I'm really trying to come up with a justification as to why I can steal this thing. And I'm really lost. Like, I don't see any reason why I should help her out. No, I don't think I can do it. I won't do that.
Is that so? Bah. I was a fool to have trusted you in the first place. Get out of my sight.
So the problem that I had with that was I was trying to just think the reason I was taking all of that time.
I refuse to steal Fingers of Mountain for Irana. That should be an end to my dealings with her.
So, I'm still trying to get out of the mode of, like, always accepting everything here. Just because they give me an option to do a quest doesn't mean I should actually do it. And I was really trying to come up with a justification for why I should do it. But, yeah.
You're back, and you've brought my sons with you. How wonderful!
So this beard looks a little odd. I really do think something's changed.
My boys are safe. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much for sticking with them and helping a foolish old man. Please, take this. I won't be needing it any longer. My battles are over. I plan to live out my days on the farm in peace and quiet.
Can you tell me any rumors?
Rats? They've got Fighters Guild people out killing rats? You're kidding, right?
You see,
I'm encumbered, alright.
Good afternoon.
Well, let's see what I can turn into potions.
What is it? An honor to serve you. I'm Imfrid, owner and publican of the Grey Mare, at your service. A room? Or food? Whatever you wish. Yes?
Let's try and get a good price.
Not now, not later, not ever. What a dumb joke. I would... Don't. Please. I'm sorry. Don't waste your flattery on me. Don't. Please. That's just... Really. Interesting. Only quality goods for sale here.
I got
What
it.
can I interest you in? Fine.
So before I sell any of this, I'm just gonna buy it all out and make some potions.
Pleasure doing you. Fine. Pleasure doing. That's a. Thank you.
Before I go too crazy, let's try and work out which ones I want to take care of first. So pumpkin, cheese wheel, troll fat, venison, mutton. The usual suspects. Trying to take every opportunity I can to get rid of that stuff. Alright, and the rest is pretty standard, so I'm just gonna go by the thing that I have the most of.
feast. What can I do for you? A little food and drink will do you some good. No deal. That seems a... That's a... You've got a...
The fortifies would be really nice. Actually, I might keep the fortify personality.
You've made... A... A good price for a good customer. I appreciate your business. Good day.
Hello.
That looks a bit
Well, ain't
consistent.
you the High Tom Titty? You want something, I guess, or you wouldn't be messing up my air.
Never mind.
Farewell.
How goes it?
Good day. If I can't fix it, it ain't broke. Tell me more. Armor, weapons, I have it all.
All right. I am eventually going to need to sell some of these specialized weapons, otherwise. So I think we can start with a short sword of numbing.
I can't do that. You don't expect me to make... That's just not reasonable. Make me a better offer. You got a great deal there.
Maybe I don't need to worry so much about weight anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be waiting a while for that. There may be an argument for picking up some more repair hammers. Do I really need 26? I mean, it'd help to get the level up. Yeah, I'll do it.
Come back and see me again. Peace.
There isn't... That is not the most defensible choice I've ever made, but, I can live with it. I believe we have read... Let me see if I can... I know I think I've read some of these before, but...
I've watched you from afar, and I feel it is time to make myself known. I am Greywyn, the last of the Crimson Spears. Crimson Scars. Once a powerful force rivaling the Dark Brotherhood itself, the Scars were the true followers of Sithis and masters of deception. I'll be departing this world soon as the cold embrace of the Night Lord calls to me. All I have, I leave as a legacy to you, my home. Deepscorn Hollow will be your new haven. Use this map on the reverse of this note to find it. All that lay within is yours to do with as you please. I have but one request in return: further the ways of the shadow and honor Sithis with the darkest of deeds. Make the virtuous pay for their blasphemy with their lifeblood staining your blade. May Sithis guide you, Greywin.
I guess these are the DLC then.
Seeing you.
What time is it? Still have a little time. I appreciate this is a bit of a slow start, but
Well met.
I'm actually recording at a time I didn't think I would be.
Hello, I'm Leith Wavrik, the Chief Herald and Countess Velga's attendant. Welcome to Chorrol.
Tell me about Countess Velga.
The Countess is in attendance. Proper etiquette is expected. Fare thee well.
Hello. Welcome to Castle Chorrol. It's
Hello
a pleasure
yourself.
to meet you. I am Countess Velga of Chorrol. I wish I had time to chat, but I'm afraid I'm in the middle of an investigation.
What kind of investigation?
You seem the trusting type. Perhaps you can assist me. It seems someone has taken away an heirloom that is quite dear to me. I want you to help me recover a stolen painting. The painting was of my lost love, the Count Velga, and it has been stolen from my bedchamber. If you find the painting and bring the culprit to justice, you shall be justly rewarded. What say you?
I'd be glad to help.
Very well. I suggest you begin to gather clues. And I warn you, do not accuse the wrong person, or I shall be quite cross with you. Here are some keys. They should allow you access to many of the restricted areas in Castle Chorrol. Yes? That's just talk. Please. Not bad. No, don't make me laugh. You're full of it. Really now, you're such a charmer. Oh, yeah, I get it. Blah, blah. What a wonderful... You can... That's pretty good. No, yeah. Blah, blah. That's just talk.
Persuasion, wheedling, cajoling, and coercing are all tools of speechcraft. They are tools you seek to excel in. You are now an apprentice of speechcraft. When persuading a character, you now get one chance to rotate the response wedges without having to select an action.
Oh, that'll be great.
That works for me.
All right. You tell me a little bit more about the stolen painting.
The painting is all I have left that reminds me of the Count. I spend many a lonely night wishing that the words I speak to it will be heard and not just fall upon the lifeless pigments and canvas.
How do you propose I gather clues?
Your best bet is to speak to residents of the castle. Once you have found out all you can, search for physical clues.
Any other rumors you've heard of?
It is fashionable to make fun of Breville and Regulus Terentius. Personally, I think it is poor sport to mock the poor and disadvantaged.
Anything else about clues?
I was elsewhere at the time of the robbery, and the chamber was locked. The only other people who have had access to the chamber and were unaccounted for are the court mage, Chanel, and the porter, Orgnolf. Don't forget to check with Bitneld, the captain of the guard, my steward, Oruk Grogoth, and my herald, Laith Wavrick.
What else can you tell me about Chorrol?
We're a mountain people, tough, independent. County Chorrol is rich in mines and timber, wool and mutton, and hard-working people.
And what about Chancellor Okato?
As the head of the Elder Council, High Chancellor Okato is the de facto ruler of the Empire for the time being.
Can you tell me more about the castle residents?
Chanel and Orgnolf both reside in the private quarters section. They have been restricted to remain indoors, so they should be easy to find. You may also want to speak to Bitneld, the captain of the guard. He can be found on patrol in Chorrol or in the barracks. Finally, I would try speaking to Oruk Grogoth, who is my steward. He resides in the private quarters section as well. If he isn't in the castle, he may be at the Northern Goods and Trade, buying food to stock our larder. Good luck, investigator.
A pleasure to meet you again.
What can you tell me about the night the painting was stolen?
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habit.
Laith Wavrick, the castle herald, told me that he's observed Orgnolf having a drinking problem and often asking for money to fund his new habit. I should continue questioning the suspects, and the Countess recommended.
This will presumably be easier if I, Oh, good.
Fare thee well. Good day, sir, and welcome to Chorrol. You're under the watchful eye of the Chorrol Guard. We keep the peace, and keep it nice and pretty. I was with the Countess all evening. Didn't see a thing.
Well, I imagine with that helmet.
Farewell. Sir?
Never mind. Alright, now, I was under the impression I was allowed to go into these areas.
How do you do? Hi there.
Hey? So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something?
I'd like to know a little bit more about the painting that went missing.
So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me.
What do you know about the night?
Who do you think you are questioning me? I'd just as soon ask a goblin maiden to a dance than to answer your stupid questions. Oh, it's Valga's errand boy. How goes the big, important investigation? I'm listening. Not now, not later, not ever. I doubt... Don't, please. I'm sorry. Whatever you want. Don't try to manipulate me. That never happened. I accept. I have no choice. Yeah. Don't waste your flattery on me. The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading.
Anything else about the stolen painting?
Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man.
All right.
When I asked about the night in question, Orgnolf told me that he spent a bit of time arguing with a delivering boy in the Great Hall who had a bit of an accident with a wine shipment in the rain, then spent the rest of the night in his room. I should continue questioning the suspects the Countess recommended.
Back to work for poor old Orgnolf.
Well, hello.
Hello. Are you searching for something?
I think I've found something.
We'll see. Yeah, whatever you want. Don't be silly. Not bad. No more. You're frightening me. You're a big... That's a bit excessive, don't you think? No more. You're frightening me. Sure. That's a bit excessive, don't you think? Don't make me laugh. Not bad. No more. Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Let's talk about the investigation.
Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you.
What do you know about the night?
The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night.
What do you know about the stolen painting?
The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
Any other rumors you've heard of?
Northern Goods and Trade is an excellent place to buy supplies.
Thank you for your time.
When I asked about the night in question, Chanel told me that she spent some time in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings, then made her way to the dining area off of the Great Hall. Finally, she went to her quarters to sleep. I should continue questioning the suspects that the Countess recommended.
Until your return.
Why is this coming up now? Oh, well, that doesn't help me.
Greetings, Imperial. I am Orak Grogoth, steward to Countess Ariana Valga, Countess of Chorrol. I manage her affairs, and the castle is in my keeping.
What do you know about Reynald Germain?
Yes, it's quite odd. Reynald, who I've bumped into several times in Chorrol, acted like I was a complete stranger. Also, he seemed sober, which is a refreshing change. Usually Reynald is stumbling around Chorrol drunk as can be.
Really?
Very odd. But then it's really none of my business.
Alright, I will start taking a look at that later.
I'm listening. They say, that's really funny. I won't fight you. What nonsense. Yeah, right.
This joke and chorus are the ones that I want.
They say, that... I doubt it.
Damn.
Don't try to manipulate me. I don't talk such rot. Oh, that's great. So, you win this one. I don't talk such rot. Oh, I like that. A lot. You win this one. Oh, I can't argue with that. Don't try to manipulate me.
Alright, tell me about the stolen painting.
Huh. I don't remember seeing Channel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all of the rain falling. As far as Channel and Orgnolf go, they seem fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since.
Alright. Alright, Grogroth mentioned he was in the castle that entire night because it had been raining, but didn't see Orgnolf or Chanel. He also mentioned that he had caught Orgnolf drinking in the West Tower once. When he had threatened to tell the Countess about it, Orgnolf apparently stopped. I should continue questioning the suspects that the Countess recommended.
Okay.
A pleasure to meet you again. Fare thee well. Hello.
Greeting! I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Chorrol Guard. What can I do for you?
You remind me of the cover of Mad magazine.
Yes? Oh, that's great. That's really too much. You can't scare me. What nonsense. Really? Oh, what
screwed up.
nonsense. Don't try to manipulate me. They say, that's really funny. Well, oh, please.
Alright, it's these two that I want to focus on.
Don't try to manipulate me. What a great story. They say, that's really funny. Remarkable. They say, that's really fun. Not now. You can't scare me. They say, that's really... Not now. Really? You're wasting your breath. That's great. Not now. Well, you're wasting your breath.
Alright, let's talk about the stolen painting.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Chorrol. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
Alright, so that seems like a contradiction.
Bitneld, the captain of the guard, said that he had been out on patrol in the streets of Chorrol that night. In addition, he mentioned seeing Channel spend a good deal of time in the castle's west tower, but when he had confronted her about it, she said that that was where she had been performing some of her magic research. I've spoken to all of the possible suspects and witnesses. Now I should concentrate on gathering the clues if I'm to solve the crime.
Good day.
Alright, so let's just review what we've got.
Or Gogroth mentioned, well,
Let's take a look at what Channel says.
when I asked about the night in question, Channel told me that she spent some time in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. Then she made her way to the dining area off of the Great Hall. Finally, she went to her quarters to sleep.
And then... yeah, Channel is definitely the most suspicious.
Hi.
So I'm trying to find the West Tower.
I'm listening. Well met. A coin for an old beggar.
That's northwest. Alright, I think I'm missing something here. Southwest. What about just the west? The castle's west tower, that's probably where I got it wrong.
You again?
Look, you're the queen, you can do whatever you want. Alright, I'll admit I'm a little lost as to how to get to this west tower. We'll figure it out.
What?
So wondering if you could tell me where I could get to the West Tower. Tell me about your boss, Pitneld.
He's captain of the Chorrol Guard. During the day, you can usually find him on patrol with us around the city. Goodbye.
At this point, I'm just trying to find a marker that says the West Tower. Well, I'll work with what I have. It'd be nice if we can finish this tonight, but, well, I guess the Mages Guild has a place to sleep, so it's not as big of a deal. I'm okay leaving the gold, but the lockpick is a bit of a priority for me right now.
Found an interesting painting in a concealed area of the West Tower. It seems that someone in the castle is a painter. I think I should continue looking for more clues.
I couldn't remember which ones I'd already checked out. No, fair enough. Ah, neat.
Any luck yet? Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well. Until your return.
So I'm going to assume if I just go straight. Alright, so I want to learn how this works. I'm going to assume if I just go straight through their stuff, that's a crime. Nope, they're cool with it apparently.
Janelle seems to have painting supplies concealed in a lectern in her room. The fact that they're concealed seems suspicious. I think I should continue searching for more clues.
Any luck?
Oh, you know, a little luck. Alright, so I suppose the other, suppose the other thing that I could do would be to, looking at the dining area or the, like basically look at the details that she has. Excuse me.
You again? Oh, it's Valga's errand boy. How goes the big, important investigation?
Rumors.
The local tavern is a good place to find work.
I already have work. I'm looking for evidence, though. So I'm just trying to think, would it make sense for me to check out, like check out her account so that I can find the contradictions, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else for me to deal with for her, so I don't know. Tell me about Chorrol.
Chorrol's got plenty to eat and good thick walls, and that suits me fine. I don't know what's going on out there in the woods, and I don't need to. Back to work for poor old...
Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
What can you tell me about Chorrol?
We're simple, gods-fearing folk here in County Chorrol. Easterners worship their wallets and their fat bellies.
You know, I'm following this path. I still think it's her, but it just occurred to me, didn't somebody else mention the West Tower?
Grogoth mentioned he was in the castle that entire night because it had been raining. He didn't see Orgnolf or Channel. He also mentioned that he had caught Orgnolf drinking in the West Tower once. When he had threatened to tell the Countess about it, Orgnolf apparently stopped. I should continue.
So, I mean, if I'm saying that finding stuff in the West Tower... yeah, I don't know about that. Alright, well, I think both of them say they were in the courtyard, right? Delivery boy in the Great Hall.
until your return.
This'll be good for the evidence.
What's this about?
Alright, so there was an argument in the Great Hall. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be expecting here.
You again? Oh, it's Vol. Back to work for poor old Orton.
Then again, I suppose if it was raining out, how did she do the star charts? Just trying to think how somebody gets over here. I'm at this point, anytime I see any kind of an imperfection, I'm like, wait, there's evidence. Alright, so if they were in the courtyard when that happened, I guess they would have to go around. I'm trying to retrace their steps. I'm not entirely sure jumping on rocks is quite the right way to handle this. So, I mean, this is an even more indirect path.
How are you?
So we've got the dining hall. Just trying to see if this being knocked over indicated anything. Oh.
I found paint stains and a paint footprint on the carpet in the dining areas off the Great Hall. I now have enough clues to make an accusation.
Okay, well, I'm not quite sure how that seals it, but obviously it points towards the painter.
Hi there. A pleasure to meet you again. The Countess is in attendance from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening. If you wish to seek audience with her, please return at these times. You're also welcome to wait in the seating area near the entrance. Good day.
So, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to come back to her or
Fare thee
just
well.
accuse the culprit.
Yes.
Hello again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
You know, she's pretty cool about being woken up in the middle of the night.
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
Oh, yes.
Very well. I confess to the crime. But please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga. It was I that painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous. I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me. I was careless to leave my art supplies around the castle like I did. I suppose I was easy to discover.
Yeah, well, I had to work it out. So, are you curious how the investigation went?
You have your criminal. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'd be kind of annoyed with me, too. Hey, I got an accusation.
We've already been through this, and I admitted my guilt.
What's your disposition to me
Certainly.
now? You still like me?
Northern Goods and Trade is an excellent place to buy supplies.
All right.
I am undone.
Oh, hello.
All right, I have to try this. I could have sworn I was gonna be, Okay, I've already saved. I gotta try this. Ah!
Good to see you. Evening.
This isn't where I wanted to be.
Well met. How do you do?
Close enough. Oh wow, it's late. Alright. So I think they said 8 to 6, so I'll head to the Mages Guild, get some rest. It's neat. This is a lot like Arena. Just seeing the lights. I'm not too surprised that the Mages Guild would be up. Hey, you don't mind sharing, do you? Not surprised that the Mages Guild would be staying up all hours. Let's read the origins of the Mages Guild for the evening.
Origin of the Mages Guild by the Archmage Celarth. The idea of a collection of mages, sorcerers, and assorted mystics pooling their resources and talents for the purpose of research and public charity was a revolutionary concept in the early years of the Second Era. The only organization then closest in aim and structure to what we know as the Mages Guild was a psychic order on the Isle of Artaeum. At the time, magic was something to be learned by individuals, or at most within intimate covens. Mages were, if not actually hermits, usually quite solitary. The Psychic Order served the rulers of Somerset Isle as counselors and chose its members through a complex ritualized method not understood by outsiders. Its purposes and goals likewise went unpublished, and detractors attributed the worst evils as the source of the Order's power. Actually, the religion of the Old Order could be described as ancestor worship, an increasingly unfashionable philosophy in the Second Era. When Vanus Galerian, a psychic of Artaeum and student of the famed Iachesis, began collecting magic users from around Somerset Isle, he attracted the animosity of all. He was operating out of the urban center of Firsthold, and there was a common and not entirely unfounded attitude that magical experiments should be conducted only in unpopulated areas. Even more shocking, Galerian proposed to take magical items, potions, and even spells available to... magical items, potions, and even spells available to any member of the general public who could afford to pay. No longer was magic to be limited either to the aristocracy or the intelligentsia. Galerian was brought before Iachesis and the king of Firsthold, Rillis XII, and made to state his intentions of the fraternity that he was forming. The fact that Galerian's speech to Rillis and Iachesis was not recorded for posterity is doubtless a tragedy, though it does afford an opportunity for historians to amuse one another with speculation about the lies and persuasions Galerian might have used to found the ubiquitous organization. The charter, at any rate, was approved. Almost immediately after the guild was formed, the question of security had to be addressed. The Isle of Artaeum did not require force of arms to shield it from invaders. When the Psychic Order does not wish to have someone land on the isle, it and all its inhabitants simply become insubstantial. The new Mages Guild, by contrast, had to hire guards. Galarian soon discovered what the Tamrielic nobility has known for many thousands of years. Money alone does not buy loyalty. The Knightly Order of the Lamp was founded the following year. Like a tree from an acorn, the Mages Guild grew branches all over Somerset Isle and gradually the mainland of Tamriel. There are numerous records of superstitious or sensibly fearful rulers forbidding the guild in their domains, but their heirs or heirs' heirs eventually recognized the wisdom of allowing the guild free reign. The Mages Guild has become a powerful force in Tamriel, a dangerous foe if a somewhat disinterested ally. There have been only a few rare incidents of the Mages Guild actually becoming involved in local political struggles. On these occasions, the guild's participation has been the ultimate decider in the conflict. As begun by Vanus Galarian, the Mages Guild as an institution is presided over by a supreme council of 6 archmagisters. Each guild hall is run by a guild magister, assisted by a twofold council. The master of... I can never pronounce this word, although I know... Incunabula, and the master of arms.
This is the problem with reading stuff. You know the word, but you don't know the pronunciation.
The master of Incunabula presides over an additional council of 2 mages and master of academia and master of the scry. The master at arms also has a council of 2, the master of initiates and Palatinus, the leader of the local chapter of the Order of the Lamp. One need not be a member of the Mages Guild to know that this carefully contrived hierarchy is often nothing more than a chimera. As Vanus Galarian himself said bitterly, leaving Tamriel to travel to other lands, the guild has become nothing more than an intricate morass of political infighting.
So I'm a little worried that this might be a problem, but... Alright, well, they let me sleep undisturbed, so... Morning.
What is it, associate?
Oh, look at that. Nice, bright, sunny day, warm colors. This is why I really like playing this. It is very relaxing.
You again? Hello there.
The Emperor rules, but the Council handles all the details.
Really?
Have you seen the Bruyants and their dogs?
Odd folks, the way they dote on those dogs. They're not hurting anyone, though, so it's no concern of mine.
Be seeing you.
Hello.
Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results. Whom did you accuse?
I accused Chanel. Or Channel.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Chorrol and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Chorrol again. Congratulations on a job well done.
That was nice.
As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it.
What would it take to buy a house in town?
You are. There is a positively gorgeous home for sale right on the main plaza. You'll be hard-pressed to find a nicer home for sale in Cyrodiil.
I don't have 20,000 gold.
Well, I'm certainly not about to lower the price. Farewell.
Well, we have something to work towards now. So I am a little curious about this one.
I've heard rumors in Chorrol that Reynold Germain has been seen in...
Oh, hang on.
Jadenhall, and that he's been acting strange whenever approached by someone from Chorrol. He seems to have no memory of them whatsoever, even if he's met them before. This seems strange enough to follow up on. I should go find Reynold Germain around town.
I will just make... Okay, no, this isn't Chorrol.
If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I've never been to Chorrol. Oh, hang on, you're someone else. Apologies, my good friend. I mistook you for someone else. Always being asked about it, I am. Didn't I see you in Chorrol, they say? Well, I'm sick of it. Sick and tired, tired and sick, and perhaps a little drunk. But never mind. You look like the honest sort, so I've got a job for you. You're going to travel to Chorrol and find out what sort of imposter is trying to besmirch my good name. And you're going to tell him... I'm quite capable of besmirching my good name on my own. You should cease and desist immediately. There's 50 gold pieces in it for you, friend. Right then. Off you go.
I mean, how can I say no? But I'm not doing it right away.
Talking about the Emperor's murder.
I think we've done everything we can here, and other than maybe wanting to sell off a couple of these extra items.
Have no
So I think what I'm gonna do, so we're gonna be going from Chorrol down to Kvatch, and I do want to take the main roads. So seeing as we'll be heading back to the Imperial City, I am gonna get a couple of missions that I left undone finished. Although I do wish I brought some reading material for the road. We'll just have to enjoy each other's company while we go. I'm assuming I've already... Yeah. So one of the reasons I was debating about buying a place in Chorrol, it was near that, it was sort of near that mountain range where there was something to follow up on. But I can always take care of that later. I think this is where we got ambushed last time. And if memory serves, I might have left some chests unlocked inside here. Gonna take a quick minute and see if there's anything. Obviously, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but a chance to catch up with anything that I couldn't get for lack of keys would be nice. Or, sorry, picks. That's what I get for rushing. Did I miss that? So maybe that I'm thinking of the ones that were closer to the Imperial City then. I think I might be going the wrong way. So I won't say I won't do any other little diversions, but I'll be a little bit more careful. Yeah, I really love being able to walk through these areas and see landmarks just appear in the background.
Hail, good citizens.
That sort of stuff is just great. So there could have been some chests to unlock over here. I guess the question is, do I really want to spend the time doing it? It's give it a shot. Yeah, so this is definitely one which had some opportunities. Damn. Ah. You know what? I'm gonna do my primary mission first, otherwise I'm gonna run out of picks again. Well, no I can't. Some of the others I can afford to. This one is actually going out of my way, so... I used to think I had a... I mean, there's a couple of things where I think I still might have a grip on how that works, but... Sorry about that. You can have it back. Oh boy. So of course the temptation now would be to go back to those places I found while doing the fishing quest. But I'll take care of that after my other quest in the Temple District. I'm surprised I left so many materials in the area. I might give the arena a shot too.
You need something special? Check out my wares. You won't find this stuff at your local general store, that's for damn sure. Yes? Knowledge is the key to success in... Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? Make me a better offer. A fine transaction. A fine... An ex... A fine... That's a fair deal. Thank you for your business. Walk always in the shadow of cities.
I shouldn't have done business with that guy. Alright, so I think my first priority will be to go to the Temple District. We'll give the arena a shot as well. As for the rest of it, we'll see what opportunities come up.
But should the Dragger files fail, and should... Nope.
I tried. I really did.
You have my ear, citizen.
Then shall this Dragonfire burn?
One day. Now again, I've been trying to deal with the consequences of my choices. This is why I've sort of agonized about a couple of decisions. But I do occasionally save ahead of time just in case I don't understand something. So for instance, this, I really don't know if I'm going to be arrested for doing this in broad daylight. I can't believe I got that the first try.
I've arrived in Roland Genseric's house. I should begin to search the place for any clues as to his whereabouts.
Let's not tempt fate.
Sit quietly,
Sorry, let's read it.
Avar Stonesinger. Sit quietly, child, and listen, for the story I tell you is a story of the ages. But what is it, grandfather? Is it a story of heroes and beasts? The grandfather looked patiently at the child. He was growing into a fine boy. Soon he would see the value in the stories, the lessons that were taught to each generation. Just listen, child. Let the story take root in your heart. In a time before now, long before now, when the Skaal were new, there was peace in the land. The sun was hot and the crops grew long, and the people were happy in the peace that the Allmaker provided. But the Skaal grew complacent and lazy, and they took for granted the lands and all the gifts that the Allmaker had given them. They forgot, or chose not to remember, that the adversary is always watching, and that he delights in tormenting the Allmaker and his chosen people. And so it was that the adversary came to be among the Skaal. The adversary has many aspects. He appears in the unholy beasts and the incurable plague. At the end of seasons, we will know him as Thartag, the world devourer, but in these ages he came to be known as the Greedy Man. The Greedy Man, this is what we call him, for to speak his name would certainly bring ruin on the people, lived among the Skaal for many months. Perhaps he was once just a man, but when the adversary entered into him, he became the Greedy Man, and that is how he is remembered. It came to be one day that the powers of the Skaal left them. The strength left the arms of the warriors, and the shaman could no longer summon the beast to their side. The elders thought that surely the Allmaker was displeased, and some suggested the Allmaker had left them forever. It was then that the Greedy Man appeared to them and spoke. You of the Skaal have grown fat and lazy. I have stolen the gifts of your Allmaker. I have stolen the oceans, so you will forever know thirst. I have stolen the lands and the trees and the sun, so that your crops will wither and die. I have stolen the beasts, so you will go hungry, and I have stolen the wind, so that you will live without the spirit of the Allmaker. And until one of you can reclaim these gifts, the Skaal will live in misery and despair, for I am the Greedy Man, and that is my nature. And the Greedy Man disappeared. The members of the Skaal spoke for many days and nights. They knew that one of them must retrieve the gifts of the Allmaker, but they could not decide who it should be. I cannot go, said the elder, for I must stay to lead the Skaal and tell our people what is the law. I cannot go, said the warrior, for I must protect the Skaal. My sword will be needed in case the Greedy Man reappears. I cannot go, said the shaman, for the people need my wisdom. I must read the portents and offer my knowledge. It was then that a young man called Avar lifted his voice. He was strong of arm and fleet of foot, though he was not yet a warrior of the Skaal. I will go, said Avar, and the Skaal laughed. Hear me out, the boy continued. I am not yet a warrior, so my sword will not be needed. I cannot read the portents, and so the people will not need my counsel. And I am young, and I am not yet wise in the ways of the law. I will retrieve the gifts of the Allmaker from the Greedy Man. If I cannot, I will not be missed. The Skaal thought on this briefly and decided to let Avar go. He left the village the next morning to retrieve the gifts. Avar first set out to retrieve the gift of water, so he traveled to the Waterstone. It was there that the Allmaker first spoke to him. Travel west to the sea and follow the swimmer to the waters of life. So Avar walked to the edge of the ocean, and there was the swimmer, a black horker sent from the Allmaker. The swimmer dove into the waters and swam very far, and far again. Avar was strong, and he swam hard. He followed the swimmer to a cave, swimming deeper and deeper, his lungs burning and his limbs exhausted. At last he found a pocket of air, and there, in the dark, he found the waters of life. Gathering his strength, he took the waters and swam back to the shore. Upon returning the Waterstone, the Allmaker spoke. You have returned the gift of water to the Skaal. The oceans again will bear fruit, and their thirst will be quenched. Avar then traveled to the Earthstone, and there the Allmaker spoke to him again. Enter the Cave of the Hidden Music and hear the song of the earth. So Avar traveled north and east to the Cave of the Hidden Music. He found himself in a large cavern, where the rocks hung from the ceiling and grew from the ground itself. He listened there and heard the song of the earth, but it was faint. Grabbing up his mace, he struck the rocks of the floor in time with the song, until the song grew louder, until it filled the cavern and his heart. Then he returned to the Earthstone. The gift of the earth is with the Skaal again, said the Allmaker. The lands are rich again and will bear life. Avar was tired as the sun burned him. The trees offered no shade, and there was still no wind to cool him. Still, he traveled on to Beast Rock, and the Allmaker spoke. Find the good beast and ease his suffering. Avar traveled through the woods of the Eisenfear for many hours until he heard the cries of a bear from over a hill. As he crested a hill, he saw the bear, a Falmer's arrow piercing its neck. He checked the woods for Falmer, for that is what they were, though some say they are not, and finding none, approached the beast. He spoke soothing words and came upon it slowly, saying, "Good beast, I mean you no harm. The Allmaker has sent me to ease your suffering." Hearing these words, the bear ceased his struggles and laid his head at Avar's feet. Avar grasped the arrow and pulled it from the bear's neck. Using the little nature magic that he knew, Avar tended the wound, though it took at least the last bit of his strength. As the bear's wound closed, Avar slept. When he awoke, the bear stood over him, and the remains of a number of Falmer were strewn about. He knew that the good beast had protected him during the night. He traveled back to Beast Rock, the bear by his side, and the Allmaker spoke to him again. "You've returned the gift of the beasts. Once again, the good beast will feed the skull when they are hungry, clothe them when they are cold, and protect them in times of need." Avar's strength had returned, and so he traveled on to the tree stone, though the good beast did not follow him. When he arrived, the Allfather spoke to him. "The first trees are gone and must be replanted. Find the seed and plant the first tree." Avar traveled again through the Hirstang forest, searching for the seeds of the first tree, but he could find none. Then he spoke to the tree spirits, the living trees. They told him that the seeds had been stolen by one of the Falmer, for they are the servants of the adversary, and this Falmer was hiding them deep in the forest so that none would ever find them. Avar traveled to the deepest part of the forest, and there he found the evil Falmer surrounded by the lesser tree spirits. Avar could see that the spirits were in his thrall, and that he had used the magic of the seeds and spoken their secret name. Avar knew that he could not stand against such a force, and that he must retrieve the seeds in secret. Avar reached into his pouch and drew out his flint. Gathering leaves, he started a small fire outside the clearing where the Falmer and the ensorcelled spirits milled. All the Skal know the spirits' hatred of fires, for the fires ravage the trees they serve. At once the nature of the spirits took hold, and they rushed to quell the flames. During the commotion, Avar snuck behind the Falmer and snatched the pouch of seeds, stealing away before the evil knew that they were gone. The evil being knew that they were gone. When Avar returned to the tree stone, he planted the tree in the ground, and the Allmaker spoke to him. "The gift of trees is restored. Once again, trees and plants will bloom and grow, and provide nourishment and shade." Avar was tired, for the sun would only burn, and the winds would not yet cool him, but he rested briefly in the shade of the trees. His legs were weary and his eyes heavy, but he continued on, traveling to the sunstone. Again, the Allmaker spoke. "The gentle warmth of the sun is stolen, so now it only burns. Free the sun from the halls of penumbra." And so Avar walked west over the frozen lands until he reached the halls of penumbra. The air inside was thick and heavy, and he could see no further than the end of his arm. Still, he felt his way along the walls, though he heard the shuffling of feet and knew that this place held the unholy beasts who would tear his flesh and eat his bones. For hours he crept along until he saw a faint glow far at the end of the hall. There, from behind a sheet of perfect ice, came a glow so bright that he had to shut his eyes, lest they be forever blinded. He plucked the flaming eye from one of the unholy beasts and threw it at the ice with all his might. A small crack appeared in the ice and then grew larger. Slowly the light crept out between the cracks, widening them, splitting the ice wall into pieces. With a deafening crack, the wall crumbled, and the light rushed over Avar and through the halls. He heard the shrieks of the unholy beasts as they were blinded and burned. He ran out of the halls, following the light, and collapsed on the ground outside. When he was able to rise again, the sun warmed him, and he was glad for that. He traveled back to the sunstone where the Allmaker spoke to him. "The gift of the sun is the Skal's once again. It will be warm and give them light." Avar had one final gift he had to recover, the gift of the winds, so he traveled to the Windstone, far on the western coast of the island. When he arrived, the Allmaker spoke to him, giving him his final task: find the greedy man and release the wind from its captivity. So Avar wandered the land in search of the greedy man. He looked in the trees, but the greedy man did not hide there, nor did he hide near the oceans, or the deep caves, and the beasts had not seen him in the dark forests. Finally, Avar came to a crooked house. He knew that here he would find the greedy man. "Who are you," shouted the greedy man, "that you would come to my house?" "I am Avar of the Skal," said Avar. "I am not warrior, shaman, or elder. If I do not return, I will not be missed. But I have returned the oceans and the earth, and the trees and the beasts and the sun, and I will return the winds to my people, that we may feel the spirit of the Allmaker in our souls again." And with that, he grabbed up the greedy man's bag and tore it open. The winds rushed out with gale force, sweeping the greedy man up and carrying him off far from the island. Avar breathed in the winds and was glad. He walked back to the Windstone, where the Allmaker spoke to him a final time. "You've done well, Avar. You, the least of the Skal, have returned my gifts to them. The greedy man is gone for now, and should not trouble your people again in your lifetime. Your Allmaker is pleased. Go now, and live according to your nature." And Avar started back to the Skal village. "And then what happened, grandfather?" "What do you mean, child? He went home." "No, when he returned to the village," the child continued. Was he made a warrior, or taught the ways of the shaman? Did he lead the Skald in battle?" I do not know. That is where the story ends, said the grandfather. But that is not an ending. That's not how stories end. The old man laughed and got up from his chair. Is it not?
So obviously he's in Skyrim.
When you need protecting, wear armor made at the best defense. Will keep you safe from the sharpest blades. Apples, onions, lard, cheese, milk.
Oops. I thought that was like the handbell and I could just read it, but... You know, I want to make sure that I'm, Shadow Banish. Alright, well this is an interesting dilemma.
I've arrived in Roland Genseric's house. I should begin to search the place for any clues as to his whereabouts.
So other than the book, which would indicate Skyrim... Oh.
After searching Roland's home, I have found a letter written to Roland from his girlfriend. It mentions a cabin where the two would meet. It's located east of the Imperial City in the Great Forest. I think it may be where Roland could be hiding. I should head out there immediately before he has a chance to escape. My dearest Roland, I cannot wait for you to return from Bravel. My heart swells with joy, as I know that we will once again soon be together. I yearn for you every night that I look beside me in my bed and you are not there. How I wish I could have taken the journey with you, but I understand that these are dangerous times, and I would only slow you down. When you return, perhaps we should get away from the chaos of the Imperial City. Let's go back to that cabin in the woods, the one where you said that you would always be safe from the world, the one where you took me in your arms and sang songs of moonlight and happiness, the one where you said, I love you. Hurry, my love. Relfina.
What is it, citizen?
I'm actually kind of curious on my inventory whether or not it shows any stolen Lockpicks. Doesn't look like it. Damage agility is indicated, so I'm curious if they're gonna...
Hail, citizen. I speak for the Emperor. Or at least I did.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Carry on. You have my...
So this next fight is not necessarily going to be any easier than last time, but hopefully I've got a little bit more in terms of skills to see me through.
I'm a busy man, what is it? Gladiator. It's not very often I get to call somebody that. You're doing the blue team proud, kid. Now go kill somebody before I get all weepy.
Ready for a match.
This next match is an outrage, but there's nothing I can do about it. You've got 3 opponents this time, and you have to beat them all. They're Argonian prisoners brought here from Black Marsh. They've been told they have to kill you in exchange for their freedom. I don't know what crimes they committed, but it's your life or their freedom. The choice should be pretty clear. Get going, and watch yourself.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. It looks like the Yellow Team has pulled a fast one by replacing their combatant with 3 Argonian prisoners. This should be interesting.
I thought I had it. I'm done for. I'm pretty sure I can still take this. I'm pretty sure I can see this through. That's just some blunders I made on that one.
I'm a busy man. Gladiator. Listen up. I don't...
Alright, fine then. I am gonna try one other touch here, which is, actually, I don't want to.
Good people of the Imperial
Absorb health is 11. Major wound 15 for 10 seconds.
City, welcome.
I don't know if that's 15 per second.
It looks like the yellow team has pulled a fast one by replacing their combatant with 3 Arconian prisoners. This should be interesting.
This is not a good start. Okay, this time I need to, they all seem so close to death, but I don't think that's actually true.
This ends here.
Hopefully I can delay them long enough for this to be worth it. Okay, it's looking hopeful. Okay. Part of this has just been about trying to get people off the board.
We have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earn it.
The yellow team surprised even me with that match. 3 against 1. I guess they didn't know who they were dealing with, huh? Well done.
Thanks. So I'll see if the trio was definitely really hard to work with. I want to see if I can get another round in.
You've ascended to level 7. You resolve to continue pushing yourself. Perhaps there's more to you than you thought.
You ain't gonna stop until you hit champion, are you? Well, good. The blue team needs as much glory as we can get. After that last match, this one should feel like a vacation. One Khajiit in a heavy raiment, probably with a sword. Nothing you can't handle.
Good people of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena. You almost have to feel bad for the yellow team's Khajiit, for the blue team's gladiator is a combatant you know and love. Let's see how they fare.
See, they have healing as well. The good news is they're relatively slow for a Khajiit. Oof. Bad news is I'm prone to stupid mistakes. Now my shield's down. And I don't have any replacements.
You elves are all the same. Get this over with.
Good people, we have a winner! All hail the combatant from the blue team! Victor from the blue team, leave the arena now and rest. You earned it.
So I'll have to pay for the repairs to the shield, but we did okay.
You shoved that cat whose claws are sharper, eh? I would expect no less. Here's your gold. Now go wash up. You look awful.
Thanks, boss. I think I look pretty good.
Hail, good citizen.
So if I'm going to try any more battles, obviously I need to make sure that I have my shield. And I'm not good enough to be able to repair the salamander shield yet. I do have a training opportunity, but I think I will try and, oops.
You today. Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen good.
I am reloading at the autosave. That is so stupid that trying to open a door.
You've got my ear.
Again, I'll accept my mistakes, but not ones that are like, oh, you pushed space before you realized it was a red hand. Pretty sure the three brothers aren't going to want to talk to me. I am a little curious, though, about the, there was a store that's never seemed to be open.
I hope I can help.
I just need some
Let's
repairs.
see what we... Bye. Goodbye.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please continue.
Really, I'm just looking for some more cheap spells.
Take your time. Let's do business.
I mean, they are still kind of expensive, but... Please tell me I'm haggling good.
I appreciate your business.
Oh, no, it's my pleasure.
Bye.
Alright, so as fun as it would be to do some more battles in the arena, I think I'm ready to head back out. No.
Hail.
Again, I'll do a couple of detours on my way to the main quest, but I want to at least do things that are somewhat in the
Remember,
area.
trespassing in the Imperial Palace is a serious crime.
Not like I really need more of these, but...
You have my ear, citizen.
Alright, so we'll take care of the cave first. And then I'll check out the ruins, and then we are on our way to, Martin. Ah. I wasn't expecting that.
What's the matter? Getting tired. Today you die. I'll hack you to
That's my blood, damn it. expecting this place to get filled up again.
What's that? Yeah.
Be nice if I hit every once in a while. Good for lockpicks.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death!
Not every day you see a bandit with a tonsure.
Ow! That's the best you can do? You're pathetic! Where did you go? Come out when I can see you.
Oh, right there. It's like, who said that?
Huh? Where did you go? Come out when I can see you. Who's there?
I gotta get out of, trying to get out of arrow range. Damn it. Trying to find some reasonable returns without taking on too much weight. A lockpick in a locked chest. at it, I can get a quick bit of smithing in, or repair. So the appeal of repairing everything is just to raise my level of armorer. I don't know if I went to this part yet.
Who's there? Hello? Who's there?
Come up where I can see you.
Ah! Ow! Ah! What's the matter? Getting... Ah! Ah!
That's the best you can do. Don't.
Ow!
Silence was a good idea.
Cuts and nicks from the long practice sessions with all manner of blades has its benefits. You are now journeyman with blade weapons. Your sidestep power attack now has a chance to disarm your opponent. Press and hold attack while moving left or right to use this power attack.
That is cool.
What's the matter? Getting tired? Die, damn you!
Alright, I gotta be careful about.
Don't feel bad. No one lives forever.
I definitely did not go at this part yet.
Show me what you got. Now you will know pain.
That is a lot of really good stuff. That silver warhammer is pretty valuable though. Okay, first things first. Oh no, I gotta drop stuff before I consider that. I gotta get rid of 30. Alright, well I'm equipping the chainmail first. What are my current boots? Boots of insulation. Yeah, these are all improvements. This is tempting, but the damage isn't really that good, so I'll avoid using that for now. And I'll be a little cheap in terms of how I lighten my load just by doing some alchemy. So we got like one extra out of that. Let's wear these repair hammers because, you know what? It's a really easy way of, even if I wind up dropping some of this stuff. Okay, so now I need to make the hard decisions. Let me just work out what this silver warhammer is actually worth once I normalize for weight. $4, so that's still not a bad price. I'm hanging onto the fine iron longsword because I might use it. Oddly enough, though, the leather cuirass is actually a better return, so it pains me to do that, but yeah, I completely missed this part of the map before. And I think that is it for this little area. Alright, so I am going to head left to this area, but this is technically on my way. So that's not too much of a hardship. The only thing I'm worried about is the fact that I might be, I may not have enough weight. I'm already kind of heavy laden. Oh, this guy's gonna help me out, though. Jesus! Sorry.
You need something special? Check out my wares. You won't find this stuff at your local general store, that's for damn sure.
I thought I had to heal up.
Have a look around. You won't find... An echo. That's more. That's a good. That's more than. That's more than I'd usually pay. You got a great deal there.
I'm carrying a lot of swords right now.
That's a good deal. That seems a fair price. A pleasure to serve you. Walk always in the shadow of Sithis.
Getting close to the end. It's actually quite late as well. Let's see if we can get one last little trip in. Oh, crab.
You move like a pregnant cow.
Yeah. You're the one to talk, buddy.
Don't feel bad. No one will. Now you.
Oh! Oh! Really want to try and do that disarming move. It's nothing underwater that wants to kill me. I stand corrected. In fairness, one does not look for dogs underwater usually. I remember there was a way sort of down. I just don't remember which one of these it was. hiding in plain sight. Alright, lesson learned. I should take advantage of some training before I rest. So this was originally supposed to be just a quick in and out to the areas that I hadn't plundered yet, but it looks like there will be a welcoming party. I should have seen if I did a sneak attack. I don't get it, I'm not able to attack. Just want to make sure that I'm not, where are the active effects? Just wanted to make sure that I'm not affected by some kind of, disease after getting hit by so many zombies. Yeah. We'll head back there when we can, but I'll deal with what I've got in front of me. Wow. Surprise. Ah. I will need to find a blacksmith. Yeah, what I was originally looking for were weapons. I suspect a magical weapon will be able to get. I don't know if that's really doing enough damage to make it worthwhile. I was spending too much time coming after the ghost that I didn't pay attention to the real threat. So I'll admit, I did think that there was a... I did think that there was an unopened chest in here. And I was right. Just wanted to double check. This has actually been a not... I don't know where that thing came from. D. Surprise! Oh crap! Alright, I would say that was worth the, I'd say that was worth the side trip. So there are a couple of priorities I want to handle before I rest. That would be to visit ideally a spellcaster or alternatively a security expert. I didn't think this is the way back. No, this can't be. Ah. But yeah, ideally I'd like to get to some kind of a trainer before I rest. And then my two priorities. So, mysticism is a very high one. Man, I just love how outdoors looks in this. So mysticism is a priority to be able to do soul trap. I'll head back to the proper path. security is so that I can have an easier time with lockpicking, which is obviously something that I've struggled with and is something that doesn't have readily available resources, it seems. Armorer is so that I can start repairing my magical armor. I'm pretty much done for tonight, but let's see what we find on the path. I suppose in an ideal state, I'll end when we reach the first city. Focus is on Kvatch, but we'll obviously have some intermediate stops. I shouldn't laugh too much. This could be introduced by mods. I just find it really funny when you have these beautifully realized open worlds, and every once in a while you see a floating tree trunk. Pretty sure there was a companion somewhere, other than the scamp, that is. I'll head indoors, otherwise I'm going to be an idiot and not remember that this is where I wanted to be. But on that note, thank you very much for watching. As I said, I'm really enjoying this game in particular, so I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, at least watching it, and we will see you next week.